If my foot touches his legs, he's already putting me back into guard. You can never bring your knee too far out and too far wide. The longer you are, the better. It's okay. Because you say, oh, well, I couldn't get my leg, and it was still, I'm too tall. It's because you didn't bring your knee high enough. 1, 2, 3. Take our arm free. Push away, step between. Now we address the arm. We come back. I'm going to pull him and put him towards me. I'm going to put my heel in the crook of his knee. Then pull my heel to my butt and drive my knee down. How'd that feel? And I continue to make. Near side. Near side. Push. Far side. Pull.
What would be his reason for trying to block you with the arm?
Don't know. It comes up. No. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking, but that's not the correct thing to do.
Yeah, I mean,
but it happens.
told me to do it.
But it happens, and I want to give you guys a specific answer that's easy. It absolutely happens. It's not the right thing to do, but it happens. I don't dictate what I'm going to use to escape. How my opponent is trying to control me dictates which escape I'm going to use. So 1, arms wide, we replace the guard. 2, arm under your neck, we do turning escape. Arms wide, past our shoulder to where we can't easily just creep underneath him, instantly becomes elbow knee escape or any type of replace the guard escape. Next, arm under my head. That is give me a little bit of space. That is an instant indicator that I'm not going to replace the guard. I'm going to do a turning motion and specifically to this side. Specifically to this side. If I start to try to replace the guard and whatever it is, he has way too much control over it. But because his arm is underneath me, I instantly start to address this side for the turning motion. Bridging with the arm is totally good and fine. However, I like to place the palm of my hand in his hip because now watch this. Come on, just come in. With my arm in the air, see where my hand is? I hope to have him here this high. So if I just use my armpit, I'm losing this much lift. There's a triangle that exists between your elbow, knee, hip, and armpit. If you control the space in that triangle, you will have your freedom. If your opponent controls the space in that triangle, he will control you. They will control you. To get the mount, he has control of both triangles. Since he's on this side, he has control of one. As he goes to advance, I cap his knee. Next, I'm going to raise my knees up. And I'm going to swing my top leg. I have a top leg and a bottom leg. Okay, cap his knee, continue. Now I have 40% of the mount escape already accomplished. Huge detail here. I want to tuck my heels to my butt, and I'm going to raise my hips off the ground, and I just want to have his knee come off the ground. I keep his knee, I let go, and I come to here. Now I change my hand position. I just want to show you this specifically. Hand position change, underneath the neck. That's right. That's right. I call it the karate chop, right here. And I'm going to turn into him, and I'm going to address his knee next. My leg goes straight. Boom, I'm here. Back to home again. Hands in the posture, and as he goes, I would like to take this hand and make it inside the pocket into his armpit. Knee comes onto me. I turn with him and tuck my knees up. I just don't want him to have the freedom to throw this leg around and leg over. Top leg is going to make a small circle. Stay here just for a second. and I trap his heel. Tuck my legs, hips up. Big, strong, heavy guys, this will work. All I want to do is take that space right there off the ground. Cap the knee. My top leg is going to drive into him. See my back leg right here? See how he's sitting onto it? If I just push him, it's like pushing him uphill. I want to straighten it specifically and drive the side of my knee, my number 2, in towards him. Now here we go. Straighten, drive towards him. See how he sat back? When I move my leg to being straight, he sits down. Now I continue with my push, straighten my leg, then go. One of the biggest challenges of replacing the guard is people try to bend their bottom leg too soon. And what happens is they ram their leg into the back of their opponent. So it's really important that you maintain your leg straight until you free the cap of your knee. Then bend. And I also specifically leave my foot inside. With my foot inside, he doesn't want to stay there, and he's going to advance his weight, advance his pressure, and he's going to offer me a sweep like that. He does it, not me. I don't just sit here, he's base, and I'm trying to move him. He comes, bring your weight. Now his weight is on the top part of my body, and I just continue. One of the tough things to deal with is bench press in general. Somebody strong and just doesn't want you there. Stick your arms out and I'm across the street. 1, I prefer to control the head and the arm. I control the head and the arm specifically because I don't want this hand to be free to put me back into the guard. So I'm here. Here. He goes to push on me. Arm on the floor, elbow on the floor, head on the floor, walking and inching. So he gets his arm free magically. And his other one is free, and he bench presses me. I want you guys to cup the back of the head. Boom, and pull him with you. That's it. Mount control upper body. Even if our arms are wide and we are trying to keep our base, he starts to bench press me, boom, pull his head off the ground. We're low, arms wide, bench press, boom, pull the head up. I try to even lock my arm so I'm not using my own strength. He bench presses, boom, I lock the arm. Base, lock, cup. The higher I am on the head, the more leverage I have. The neck is good, but it's less painful for him. You bench press me, bench press, and he could do it longer. Bench press again, whoa! That makes a big difference. One easy way to get his hands away from my hips is to make him want to move them. I'm gonna make him want to move them. So 1, still home position, arm underneath the neck, deep to the lat. And maybe I just could not, I'm gonna do both sides, could not gain control here. And he has a significant pushing advantage with one or both hands. So I'm going to put my head on the floor, or low, and I'm also going to put my head into him. That opens up this area. Now I start putting pressure. Now the hand comes away.
You still got the other side.
Now the hand comes away. He wants to. He's determined to put me back into his guard. Arm underneath, fist choke, and essentially I'm putting pressure on the side of the neck and I'm punching through to my elbow. His hand goes at my hip, boom. Now it's not at my hip. Incredibly strong in this angle. Down, up, down. Most people are not strong in this angle. Or this angle. So, 1, as he goes to bench press me, okay, he goes to bench press me, base. Now here's also a detail. Here is his pushing platform. I am also rolling my body. Ooh, I'm getting a cramp. Rolling my body, so I'm taking his pushing platform and focusing it on his wrist. See his wrist? Okay. So he pushes me up. Boom. Coupled with gaining control of him. 2 is going to be a turn. See how I now compromise his strength? Okay. I'm taking away his pushing platform. I put my hand on the floor, or my elbow on the floor above at the top of his head. And I'm going to compress his spine. What? Ah! Right? Again, that's to cause panic, to make him freak out. That's to maintain dominant position.
Mission accomplished.
Okay? Last of the upper body control. Okay? Elbow in, top of the hand in, press him down. Okay? Let's give that a shot. This one for 2 hands on one side. We're going to do this one just for demonstration, and I'll do the other side. So he has elbow knee escape, right? And for him to complete, go ahead, to complete his elbow knee escape, you see how his legs came to the floor and he was down low? Go ahead. So now, again, I'm in my number 1 position here, and if I can't get inside here, that's fine. He goes to push and bridge, kick my leg off. I go to the side now. And I can continue to go around or stay here and then back to our mount again. Push, that's it, boom, boom. Go right across the side. One of the gentlemen asked me, how about an arm lock? It's wonderful. However, I don't want to arm lock him when he can still bench press 400 pounds. I want to arm lock him when he's like, then I have the power. Number 1, lower body controls. Bend your knees. I want to cross my ankles and pull my heels to my butt. That's our number 1. Crossing the ankles and pulling your heels to your butt. I don't have to have constant pressure. Some when he works, I relax when he's not. He works, I have pressure, heels to my butt. I prefer this. Upper body control, you just have no listening. You'll decide. Okay? Cross ankles, heels to your butt is our number 1 for lower body control. Okay? Let's just feel that, both partners, a couple times. Go. A long hook, I'm going to make that below this next one. They are both correct and good. However, dealing with length on your opponent, it is very possible that if you are less long than him, they can still have enough drive with their legs to turn us. Even though single hook and like the Gracies call it super hook, they're very, very effective. However, if this person is much longer than you, it is possible. It is possible that they can still turn us. So this is why we do this as number 2. We're going to say that he's going to drive with this leg first. Easily, like you're going to do a bridging motion. So as he goes to do bridging motion, I take my foot out from the hook and I push. I'm going to make it sideways so I have more surface area. So I'm here, boom, I push. And with everything in conjunction with the stuff you've already learned with upper body. Do this side. I turn my foot from being underneath him to being there. Essentially, I'm taking, go ahead, his power away. Okay? Yep, one more time to this side. I untuck, push, come back down. Do this side. I untuck first, push, come back down. Okay? And then reinsert when it's appropriate. He's made his leg is flat enough for us, so we're going to wait for a second. He bends, put it in. And cross it. This, because he's longer, I can miss the boat. Keep going, boom, and I'm over. Ah! All right? So back over. With this, gives me, even with a smaller leg, value to take away his leverage. He wants that leg as close to his butt as possible to have the most leverage. The further away it is, keeps me in my position. So he starts to drive, and I push it out. Again, with my upper body control. That make sense? All right? All right, let's try it. Okay, you're going to turn us. So I'm going to show you how to counterweight your position. Counterweight your position. Because he's strong, large. He gets ahead of me, you're just going to roll me to the left, roll me to the left. I couldn't, for whatever reason, stop him. So now, I'm going to counterweight. I'm going to bring my leg down his body to the side that I'm going to fall to. If he wants to drive me to his left, I'm going to fall to my left. So slowly, he starts to go, and I come to here. When he stops driving, I return. So he just grabbed me and pulled me like hug me, bear hug, and just pull me over. Boom. I have base, leg, body on the floor. Maybe my hip will all the way hit the floor because of his size. But I'm stopping from being taken over that way. Once he drops and stops, then I go back to stable mount position. Essentially, for somebody who's not as round according to his size and my length, Eric, you'll see how my hip hits the floor, my side hits the floor. So he's the same size. He just grabs me to pull me, rush me, hug me, bear hug me, and just try to rip me over, right? That's what we're trying to counter. Big, strong guy, boom. When he stops pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, he stops pulling, I'm already like halfway into the position where I showed you where you hook the heel. I'm going to continue with my heel and just come on. Last of the mount control.
So this has to be a bear hug. It's not
Sure,
gonna be
this is against somebody who's just incredibly strong, doesn't really know jiu-jitsu, or even if they do, they're trying to just get you off of them. And they are strong. That's how we counterweight. Maybe we don't have enough physical weight to just be staying in place. So if they go to move us, we need to take all of our weight and put it on that side. And then come back to center. Make sense? 1, 2, 3. With my arm under the head, the arm up, often that's when we can start to work that or bring that in. Boom, there it is. Okay, one of the most important, probably the most important part of the Americana is not the lift. It's not the lift. I highly want to stress it's not the lift. It is the lowering. Watch this. Eric, raise your elbow. See how much freedom he has to raise his elbow? Now just watch this. Eric, raise your elbow. It's the travel downward towards his feet. So as I move into this, my motion is to travel downward towards his feet and then push his hand away from him. Because that will do elbow and shoulder. Down towards the feet. A slow, constant motion. Your opponent will always have time to attack. Okay? Move. He sometimes puts his hand on the floor. We'll see. There it is. One of my friends showed me this little detail. Here, I'll share that with you because it has value. Lots of value. When he goes to this, one of the first things he does is go here on the bicep. Now he can't straighten his arm. Straighten your arm. Then I turn. If I just go here and here, straighten your arm. I like straighten it out above. Now I'm chasing you. He comes to here. And I hold. And I make. So again, I'm underneath the neck to the lat. I walked his arm up. But even before I do this, I want to use my free hand to help secure my position. I'm going to push his head in, push his shoulder in, help me to get a better position. Okay? When you go now, I put my head on the other side. But I'm going to still finagle with this. One, I have to have my shoulder under his chin. Under his chin. I'm going to make a specific effort, and I'm going to show you guys that, to move my body so my shoulder goes under his chin. I don't want to just squeeze space. That's when he has more time. That's when I get more tired. That's when other things can happen. The next thing is I'm going to do what I call take another bite. My head is going to start here because if anybody has ever escaped from head and arm, it comes from putting their hand on the floor and bringing it back down. Okay? So I come to here. 1, I'm gonna sit down and specifically try to drive and work my shoulder under his chin. Feel how now I'm under his chin? Now when I drive, I have 100% effectiveness. But now, here is where I'm gonna take a second bite. I'm gonna put my head here. Free your arm. It ain't happening.
Pineapple.
Okay, now I'm also gonna let him go so I can continue the lesson. And I'm going to push us onto our side. This hand is actively driving us to the side. Next, I'm gonna give him space. Not for real, but I'm giving him space now so I can actually show you the rest of the mechanics. Actually, I'm gonna come to here. I'm gonna grab my bicep. I'm going to put my hand behind my head, but mind you, it is while we are on our side and the point of our elbow. Now I drive. Okay. Very big deal. Very big deal. 1, getting under the chin. 2, taking that secondary bite. Okay, no problem. So we have our free hand. Yeah? Let's have our free hand fight to make it so we have a better position. I don't want to start to squeeze. So I take a sitting motion. If my shoulder is not in place, I'm going to take a sitting motion and drive way down. I'm using this hand to help sit us down. I want to be under his chin. I want to be under his chin. I'll do it on this side as well. Now is where the bite comes in. I'm going to put my head here. That's it. Now in the side position, I'm releasing him so I can finish without hearing pineapple. That's where we finish head and arm control from the mouth. Here's how it works back there. Just keep it next to me. You have a top leg and a bottom leg. The bottom leg locks the top leg. Nothing locks the bottom leg. Watch here. This is his top leg, right?
Yes.
Watch. This is his bottom leg, right? We always start with whatever side he has the bottom.
How do you know which
I'm going to show you now. It's by feel. Cross your ankles. I want you guys to push into it and back. The lowest side towards your butt, the lowest side is the one that you will feel. There will be a pocket and a low side. He changed on me to be funny. The low side is what you feel with. Use your arms to push down and adjust. You go, oh, there it is. Now you go to that side first. Okay. If I can't do that, I'm going to make him want to uncross his ankles. I'm going to go 1, and here comes the ankles uncrossed because he wants arm lock. Now I come to here. Now I come to here. Now I've got it. Okay. Give him a small wrap on the chest. Right?
It's too obvious.
Right? My other hand close to me, because I'm going to go here and protect my head. He uncrosses, okay. And I'm going to go specifically to the bend of his knee. Go. There it is. All my weight goes onto my hand. I drive my hips and I pull my hand out. Now I raise my hands in the air. And side mount. And look, oh my God, we can attack the mount again.